we're going to find out if my attempt at a ground layer propagation worked. So this is an LSU Purple fig tree. You can see that it's starting to pop out of dormancy here. It's looking really nice, but this is where I had my ground layer. So I just piled up a bunch of dirt over this low-hanging branch right here. It was basically running along the ground, so perfect candidate for it. And so I'm actually seeing some new growth popping up out of here, but what I want to find out is if we've got roots underneath this, and if we do, I'm going to transplant it to a pot. So I guess I'll just start digging and we'll see what we see. So I'll just start by scraping this top layer off here, kind of get around to where it was. All right, what are we looking at? I think I see a root. There we go, there's a little root popping up. So I'm trying to be kind of gentle here with the way that I'm extracting this, and also seeing if there's not roots from the mother plant. All right, what is going on? All right, check it out. Yep, we got a root system forming here. So this looks to have been a success. I just covered the dirt over it, and yeah, instead of growing out branches like it did here, it actually started growing out roots going into the ground. So I'm going to detach this from the parent tree here, and then we're going to put it in a pot. Successful propagation. Okay, I just used these loppers and detached it from the mother tree right there. Now this is really interesting. You can start to see just how these roots are really forming from this ground layer, and this thing is really it's kind of stuck into the ground pretty good here. So these roots are anchoring it in place, and you can see these little fine feeder roots that are coming off of it that were bringing nutrients into what is now going to be this new tree. So what I'm trying to do here is extract this from the soil without damaging these roots too much, so I can then put it in this pot, which my chickens knocked over. And it's got just potting soil in it, but I'm going to mix in some of that soil that it was clumped onto here. So I might actually have to dig it out with a shovel here. So here we go. All right, so I've got it out. Had to pop a few roots, but you can kind of see what it looks like here. All these little different roots coming out, little anchors and feeder roots. And we've got what'll be this top growth here. So I'm going to do is just kind of place it here into the pot, and I'm going to start putting some of the soil back over it. I'm also going to grab some of the soil from where it was and just mix this in with what's already in that pot with the potting soil, and really try to cover back up these roots on the mother tree so that way they're not getting exposed too much to the elements. But yeah, we'll see how this thing does over time, but I think it's going to be a successful propagation. All right, and I just watered it in, and it's in its new home for now. So let's wish it the best of luck. And you can see this wood here. I don't know if it's dead or alive. It might have gotten some frost damage over the winter. If so, it's not really that big of a deal. If no, I'm just going to let it be. We're going to keep an eye on it and really see where apical dominance comes from in these buds that have emerged. I have a hunch it might be right here.